Hello! So in the last episode of Bonk Universe, I made this game, and I made the procedural world generation in just 1 week for it. And so in this episode, I added space exploration. If you look in the sky, you can see different planets and stars. And so, how about we fly to one? Now that we left the planet, we're in outer space. And if we zoom out, you can see there's quite a few other planets nearby. The nearest one is here, and each world is unique, so let's see what this world has to offer. As you can see, the hitboxes are still a bit messed up, but there we go. We can see 2 stars in the sky and the planet we came from, plus another one in the distance. And we're at a different new world. Now this one's kind of similar because most of the planets in this universe are either way too cold or way too hot, but they're all unique and you can explore all of them. The stars are animated. It's all by math. Everything here is procedurally generated as well. So the planets are colored based on the biomes they have, and the stars are made based on their temperature and radius and a few other values. So let's make a new star system to see what it's like. The screen for creating them is still wrong, but if we put a name like Agalia, then pretty much instantly we have an entire new solar system. Once again, there's 2 stars in the sky. One of them is pretty close, while the other one looks kind of far away. Now the layering for planets and stars is still a bit wrong, but I just added this and I thought I had to show you because, I mean, it's so cool. There's actually quite a few issues still. Like, you can see the square boundary of the star, so that needs to be fixed. But once again, we're in outer space. In that basically instant time frame, it generated all of these stars, all of these planets, and it stored all of them so it can be reused. Let's enter this other little world I found. This world also seems to be cold and icy, but the textures are still sometimes a bit inaccurate. They're just kind of a prediction. And so we landed. This world seems to have quite unique terrain. Like, I just saw a floating island. Yeah. There's a lot of floating islands here. Yeah, the world generation function for every world is also different, so some of them are flat worlds, some of them are weird floating island worlds. This one's really unique from what I've seen. Here's just another one real quick. This one's a bit weird, but I've tried to design planets to come in clusters, so some planets have multiple moons. So, like, we're on a moon of a planet, which is itself one of a solar system. Here's some of my first attempts at generating stars. So, the first 2 had a lot of problems. This one looks kind of like a frisbee. The third one I made was pretty cool, even though the planet is in the core. And lastly, it looked pretty nice, but I wanted it to feel more like the Solar Balls characters. So we ended up with this, the final star generator. So something else you can still do is create a new world. So I've added you can tell it what star system to put it in, and you can change all those values, and you have, yet again, a new world. And it's been added to the solar system. Now there's still some problems with this, but at least now we have a world that is closer to whatever we designed it. So, like, this one is more warm and temperate. Now if we look at the star map real quick, you might see the problem. Which is that we're in the core of the star, because it doesn't really place the planet in a good spot right now. So that still needs to be fixed. But overall, I'd say it's pretty good. So here's just one more example of entering another world. So this is sped up by 4 times because the worlds in outer space are pretty big, and there's no power-ups yet. But we were entering really fast, and so it's kind of hard to decelerate if you're going that fast. So we just got thrown 3,000 blocks underground, and although I'm using no clip, that's still kind of too fast. There's still a lot of things I want to add, like even more biomes, the player skin maker, and even other enemies that are trained by evolution to fight you. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Make sure to check out the other videos in the series because I'm going to be making this game for quite a while. And I'm going to put most of my progress and process here. But yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Oh, but actually, before I say bye, it's my birthday, guys. I'm finally 21. So, yippee! Okay, bye!